Imagine unlocking decades of proven productivity advice, all in just a few minutes, and all in a way that transforms your daily results. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by endless to-do lists, distractions, and the feeling that you're spinning your wheels, give me this video, and I promise you'll never look at productivity the same way again. If you love leveling up your mindset, subscribe to the Growth Mindset Project and tap the bell so you don't miss any of our weekly deep dives into personal growth, high performance, and actionable strategies to make your goals real. Let's start with one of the most powerful principles for productivity uncovered after years of studying the topic. Do less, ruthlessly. It's counterintuitive. The world tells us that more is better. But the truth is that the highest achievers aren't the ones chasing every task. They're the ones who cut, then cut some more, and focus their energy where it truly matters. Here's how to apply this principle. Begin each day with a to-do list that has at most 5 items. Only 5. It sounds simple, but it's surprisingly difficult and incredibly effective. By limiting commitments, you force yourself to prioritize. Then, out of those 5, choose your MIT, your most important task. That's your non-negotiable. Start your day with it, finish it, and don't check anything else until it's done. At the same time, next to your to-do list, make a toot list. 3 distractions you know always derail your progress. It could be scrolling endlessly, compulsively checking emails, or saying yes to unproductive conversations. Write them down and treat avoiding them with the same seriousness you give to your actual tasks. This small shift can be transformative. And here's another truth. When new requests or invitations arrive during your day, your default answer should be a polite but firm no. Productivity is not about adding, it's about subtracting. By starting from no, you create the space to deliberately choose what really deserves your yes. One famous story illustrates this perfectly. An experienced mentor once asked someone to write down their top 25 goals, then circle only 5. The lesson was simple. Those other 20 are distractions, no matter how tempting they seem. That's what it means to do less, ruthlessly. But even with ruthless focus, results will leak away unless you protect your golden hours, the window of the day when your energy peaks and your mind is sharpest. For many, this is the first few hours after waking. For others, it may be later in the evening. Whatever it is for you, defend that time. Use it for what researchers call deep work. Deep work means blocking off hours, eliminating notifications, silencing calls, closing tabs, removing every possible distraction. Some people even leave their phone in another room until they finish their most important task. Others create spaces completely cut off from interruption. Whatever method works for you, the principle is the same. Protect that sacred window. When you sit down for deep work, lead with the hardest task first. This idea has been repeated for generations. Tackle the toughest challenge early, and the rest of the day feels lighter. Getting the most difficult job finished early sets a tone of momentum and confidence. Another timeless strategy, time boxing. Assign a specific block of time to a single task, say 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., and let your focus fill that container. This structure beats vague plans like work until it's done. Structure prevents drift and forces attention. Now let's address the little tasks that clog your day. Here the advice is clear. Systematize the small things. Think less, automate more. Start with the 2-minute rule. If a task will take less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Don't analyze, just act. Next, eliminate multitasking. Science is clear. Switching constantly between tasks makes you less effective and more stressed. The most productive people finish one thing fully, then move to the next. Then, practice batching. Stack similar tasks together, emails, phone calls, errands, and handle them in focused bursts instead of letting them drip into your attention all day long. Batching prevents context switching, which is one of the biggest killers of productivity. And don't forget about decision fatigue. The more small decisions you make, what to wear, what to eat, when to respond, the less mental energy remains for what truly matters. Simplify your routine. Automate meals, clothes, or other trivial choices so you can save your brain power for the big stuff. At this point, you've built a strong system. Ruthless focus, golden hours, deep work, and systematized small tasks. But there's another piece. Track your progress. Research shows that nothing motivates us quite like seeing tangible signs of improvement. But unless you make progress visible, it slips past unnoticed. Here's how to do it. At the end of every day, write down 3 ways you moved forward. They don't need to be monumental wins. A difficult email sent, a task started, a conversation advanced, all of these count. Seeing progress, even in small steps, fuels the drive for tomorrow. Add a weekly review, too. On Mondays, set priorities for the week. On Fridays, reflect. What worked, what didn't, and where did you move forward? This rhythm of review creates accountability and momentum. Creative teams in different industries have long practiced dailies or regular check-ins, not to impress others, but to keep progress visible. That same principle works for you. But let's clear something up. Productivity doesn't mean grinding non-stop. The best performers in the world understand the science of strategic breaks. Studies of top musicians and athletes reveal that their excellence isn't about relentless hours alone. It's about cycles of intense focus followed by intentional rest. Breaks aren't weakness, they're tools. The best breaks are short but frequent, active rather than passive, and ideally outside. A short walk, a stretch, or a quick chat with a friend restores energy more than staring at a screen. Step away fully, detach completely, and you'll come back sharper. By now, you've stacked up decades of the best productivity advice. But here's the principle that ties it all together. Consistency beats intensity. Big heroic efforts, pulling all-nighters, sprinting through endless to-do marathons, don't last. They burn you out. The real secret is to show up steadily, day after day, with routines that are manageable and repeatable. Build habits that support your goals. Every small action is another vote for the type of person you're becoming. Even 5 minutes daily, repeated consistently, is far more powerful than occasional bursts of effort. Intensity is dramatic, but consistency compounds. Quiet, steady progress is the hidden force behind decades of success. Quick reminder, if you've found these ideas practical, tap like, subscribe, and join the conversation below. We're building a community here at the Growth Mindset Project, and your voice makes these lessons stronger. So, what's the sum of decades of productivity advice? Do less, ruthlessly. Protect your golden hours. Systematize and automate the small things. Track progress daily and weekly. Use breaks as tools for performance. And above all, bet on consistency, not short-lived intensity. If you're hungry for more strategies like these, check out our other deep dives here on the Growth Mindset Project. And don't forget to hit that bell so you never miss a new episode. You've got a lifetime of productivity ahead. Let's build it, one powerful habit at a time.